Welcome back. This is Marc Rudov, branding advisor to CEOs and author of 4 books. 4 CEOs, 3 of them are on branding, and my new one, Duped Again, Why Sophistry Works. This is about lying, why we lie, and why we believe and accept lies. I started writing this book because getting towards the end of 2023, I was fed up with Joe Biden lying and lying and lying, Kamala Harris lying and lying and lying, and that idiot Karine Jean-Pierre or Jean Pinocchio. In fact, I call her Cringe Jean Pinocchio. She lies every day on behalf of her boss. And I got fed up with it. This book could have been 5,000 pages long because of all the lies coming out of this administration. But it isn't just the Biden administration, it's just life in general. So why we lie and why we believe and accept lies, 2 different things really. We believe lies often because we're not educated in a particular topic. So we don't know if somebody is duping us or not. We might be educated in a topic but not have all the facts. Maybe the person who's duping us sounds credible and his argument sounds reasonable, so we believe it. That is different from accepting a lie. Let me give you the universal example. You have this young, hot woman with an old, rich man. She tells him she loves him. She's lying. She knows she's lying. And he knows she's lying. So he accepts the lie. Why does she lie? And why does he accept the lie? Well, I'm not going to tell you because you have to read my book. It is so simple. You wish you had thought of it, but it took me months to come to the conclusion. I started off with whiteboards, with huge matrices, x-axis, y-axis, why people lie, had all these reasons, and I said to myself, nobody's going to read a book this complicated. And then one day, it occurred to me, and I stumbled upon the real secret for why people lie, why people believe and accept lies. But I will say this because it's in my news release. Deception is an emotional Rorschach test. In it, the duped one feels what he wants and needs to feel. And that is a little hint at what I'm driving at if you read the book. I cover lots of topics, from Biden to Kamala Harris to Sam Bankman-Fried and Bernie Madoff, Russiagate, the whole gamut. Theranos. Remember Elizabeth Holmes and Theranos? The hoax over Charlottesville. The reason Biden said he got into the race. A complete lie. The government has been gaslighting us for the last 3 years, almost 4 years now. It's out of control. And I dedicate this book to Elon Musk. Why? Because he bought Twitter, which he now calls X, and he restored our God-given freedom to tell and infer the truth. If it hadn't been for his purchase of Twitter, we wouldn't be able to say the things that we now can say about COVID, about climate change, about whatever. It's not unlimited, but it's pretty good. And I decided of all the people in the world, I had to dedicate my book to him because of that. So sophistry comes from a Greek word which means deception. And why sophistry works is part of the book. I didn't want to write a book just on why people lie. More important is, why does sophistry work? Why do people believe lies? Why do they accept lies? That is the part that confounds me. Because no matter what lies Joe Biden tells, CNN and MSNBC and the New York Times and the Washington Post and all of the left-wing media, they just gobble it up, and half the country. Lately, that isn't true because Joe Biden's poll numbers are very low. We learn to lie from our parents. And an example that I recently gave on Twitter, X, is a picture of Joe Biden with Hunter Biden. And the bubble coming out of Joe's mouth is, "You're the smartest man I know." That's a lie. Well, he's been blowing smoke up Hunter's ass since Hunter was a little kid. And I have a feeling that Joe Biden's father did the same thing to him. So lying is part of his life. And he passed it on to his son. So I encourage you, if you want to win the battle against sophistry, it's all around you. Your children lie to you. Your parents lie to you. Other members of your family lie to you. Business colleagues lie to you. The government lies to you. Vendors selling you products lie to you. You lie. You accept lies knowingly. You have a reason for doing it. And again, I simplified it. It's in the book. It's a must read. But because there's so much lying now, and Joe Biden, in my opinion, has normalized lying, that I feel this book is the most important book I've written. Of course, every author says that the last book he wrote is the most important. That's very common. But I really believe it. I wrote 3 books on branding. I hope you've read them. If you haven't, all my books are at marcrudov.com/books. Know and Grow, including the last one. If you want to go right to Duped Again, you can go to dupedagain.com. All of my videos are at marcrudov.tv. Duped Again, Why Sophistry Works. It's something that whether you're a CEO or just a small business owner or somebody who wants to understand the world around him, I encourage you to read this book. Get it for your friends and your relatives. Everybody should know about the world of sophistry and how we can control it. Control our lives surrounded by lies. Duped Again, Why Sophistry Works. Until next time, this is Marc Rudov at marcrudov.com.